Hey guys, here's some advice from my solo leveling journey to become the best version of myself, to become 1% better every single day. And I'm still learning and I'm still working, and this is how you can too. Today, I'll talk about two things: one, how to make a timetable, and two, how to follow a timetable. The first part is pretty easy. To make a timetable, one, write the things that you're supposed to do, two, write the deadline next to this, three, write either a time block, let's say 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., or a time duration, let's say 45 minutes or 1 hour next to this, whatever you're more comfortable with. Just keep in mind you have to keep this interchangeable so that your routine is flexible enough for you to follow it easily. 4. Write the breaks that you think you're going to take. So it's pretty obvious that you will take breaks during the day. So you also have to include them in your timetable. And the fifth is to not make the same timetable that you think you'll follow for weeks or months. Make a separate timetable each day. It takes only 5 minutes, so do this. Some people also do this thing where they make three different timetables: one for the day where they have a lot of time and energy, second for the day where they have a moderate amount of time and energy, and third for the day where they know they may not have that much time or energy, for those who do not want to make a timetable each day. But I would advise you to make a separate timetable each day, because every day comes with a different set of things that are supposed to do, a different energy level, a different routine that you have, the classes, extracurriculars that you may have that day. So making a separate timetable is always more helpful. The second part is how to follow a timetable, and this is more important because everyone can make a timetable. That's the easy part, but implementing it, following it, that's a little hard sometimes. So for that, to make that easy, the first thing you do is priming. Priming means preparation for the tasks that you're supposed to do. So in a routine, there are some things that you will have to macro manage, and that's fine, but there are some things that you will have to micromanage. Priming is one of them. When I said that you will keep the time blocks interchangeable, that's fine, that's not something you have to micromanage, right? But for priming, you have to plan in detail. For example, whatever book you're supposed to read, keep that book ready, keep the page number, paragraph ready. If you need a geometry box, graph sheet, anything, keep that ready. If there's a YouTube video that you're supposed to watch, a course that you're supposed to watch, open that tab, keep that ready. If there's someone you have to text, send an email to for notes, for whatever you require, keep that ready. Keep everything ready, because starting a task is harder than continuing it. And by priming, you make it easier for yourself to start that task. The second is never to have a 0 day. So a 0 day means where you don't do anything. And there may be some days where you are low on energy, you don't get a lot of time, something unexpected comes up. But even on those days, there are three things that you can do. One, try to finish any small thing, any small task on your list. Two, even if you cannot do any task, try to prime for the things that you're supposed to do, that you missed today and you'll be doing tomorrow. So try to prime for those things. Keep everything ready so that it's easier to do the next day. And the third thing that you can do is to clean. All right. So find other activities that are also rewarding. So even cleaning sends a signal to your brain saying that okay, you have done something productive today. And in things like discipline and consistency, it's all about momentum. So after starting, how do you continue? That is what is more important. So even though cleaning may not seem completely related to studying, but cleaning is also an activity that sends a good signal to your brain that you have done something, you have been productive in some way, and you deserve a reward. And that helps build momentum and motivate you to do anything else also. The third thing that helps you follow a timetable is to either reward or punish yourself, whatever works best for you. So, in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, he says that the human brain does not understand delayed reward or delayed punishment. The human brain can only understand instant rewards and instant punishments. So, even if you're studying for an entrance or an exam that is 6 months from now, and you know that clearing that will be able to get into the dream college, dream career of your life, The human brain does not understand that. That is rewarding for you, sure, but there is some part of the human brain that will not be able to understand that because it's a delayed reward. So that's why give yourself a small treat. Watch a part of the series that you like, that you are going to watch. Take a good nap, a good shower, a good meal. Just take a good break to reward yourself. And if punishment works for you, then well, sure, do 10 push ups, 10 sit ups if you don't do what you're supposed to do. The fourth thing that you can do is to stimulate different parts of the brain. So remember how in school how we used to study 5 6 different subjects in one day, and we had extracurriculars, tuitions, different classes after that, and in one day we ended up doing so many things. Why? Because that was an external timetable that we had to follow, right? And the second thing was that we never got bored of one thing because we did that one thing only for a particular amount of time. Now, of course, as you become bachelor's, master's, or PhD student, that time increases. But still, doing one subject or one thing for an entire day or a week, that does become monotonous for your brain, and every part of the brain is not stimulated enough. So, try to plan your day in such a way where you break the day into two halves or three halves, whatever works best for you, and you do 2 to 3 different things that day. I'm not telling you to do 10 different things like we used to do in childhood, but at least 2 to 3 different things in a day, so that when your brain gets bored of one kind of thing, it has another thing for its stimulation, and that also works better for the brain because you're using it in a better way. The fifth thing that you can do to easily follow a timetable is to reprogram your mind to either like studying or to just get used to studying. So, to like studying, what you do is you eat something you really like during studying or after studying, or you do something that you really like, watch your favorite series, something that you're currently watching and really interested in, right after studying, so that it gives your brain a signal that this is something rewarding, this is something I like, this is something I enjoy. That is how you start liking what you're doing. And how to get used to studying. Now, whenever you're learning a new concept, you're learning some sort of logic, you're reading something for the first time, then you should not listen to music, right? But when you're just solving problems, when you're just writing something, rewriting notes, something like that, then what you do is you listen to soft music. For example, instrumental music, rain sounds, ice sounds. There are a lot of other frequency tracks for this also. So, listening to music, soft music specifically, does three things. One, you'll be able to track the exact number of minutes that you were studying. Two, you'll be able to drown out some external noise to an extent. So, you'll be able to focus better in a way. And the third one is now your brain gets this signal that whenever you listen to that particular sound, that frequency, that particular music, your brain gets a signal to get into focus mode. Your brain knows that this is for studying. It sort of relates it to studying. It's like habit stacking in a way. So your brain knows that whenever you listen to this music, you do study. So yeah, you also do this thing where you do not listen to this music any other time, only during studying. So this is what listening to music can do. And these were 5 things to do to make a timetable and 5 things to do to follow a timetable. I hope it really helps. This is one of my first videos. So if you watched till here, thank you very much. And please just be kind. I'm getting used to YouTube. This is something very new to me. So yes, just be kind and thank you for listening. Bye.